Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generation Selects Earthrise Megatron, and this is the G2 version in the green and purple colors. Released in December of 2020, this figure is a Generation Select, so you have to order this one from HasbroPulse.com, and it retails for approximately $30. And I want to take a moment to give a big thanks to my good buddy Jason at the Patriot Prime for hooking me up with this figure. So here we have the packaging. Again, Generation Select, not a whole lot to say or write home about for the packaging, just a brown mailer box with what appears to be some spray painted Autobot logo there, some writing. It says Transformers on the top, and that's about it, and then a label telling you which is the figure inside. Go ahead and open this guy up, and he's going to be packaged sideways, so there he is. So there is Megatron in his package and his bubble wrap. You can see him right there in the robot mode with his weapons and some instructions in the back. So that is about it for the packaging. Let's get this guy out of the box and go check it out. And here is Earthrise Generation 2 Megatron out of the package, and I love this toy. Megatron comes with everything you see here and some stuff that you're not seeing because it's already mounted into the tank mode. Real quick, he does come with this instruction sheet, which, again, relatively simple, easy to follow along. But then again, this is like the 4th or 5th time we've gotten this figure. For me personally, this is the 4th one of these that I've gotten, so we don't need the instructions at this point. We know how to transform this guy. Here in tank mode, Megatron is approximately 9 inches long and about 2 to 2.5 inches tall, and he looks really, really great, especially in this deco, the green and purple deco. You'll notice some differences in the mold. We'll look at those in just a moment, but yeah, this guy looks absolutely fantastic. I just kind of want to take you all the way around. Check out the G2 Decepticon symbol right there. Absolutely love that. How cool does that look? And again, just finishing going all the way around, so you can see he's very, very similar to the Siege mold that we've already gotten, with some differences. So you could probably already see that we have a solid thread, that tank thread that goes all the way from the front to the back of the vehicle, just like an Earth tank would. This reminds me a lot. This is very similar. Obviously, there's going to be differences, and it's not going to be exact, but it reminds me so much of an M1 Abrams, and that's the tank unit that I was stationed in Korea. I was in a tank unit and an M1 Abrams unit. This reminds me a lot of that, and maybe that's why I love it so much. But yeah, we've got the remolded turret here at the top, so it makes a better use of the actual weapon, and it makes it look more like an actual Earth tank. We've also got a remold or a retool here in the front piece that extends the front of the tank all the way forward and meets up with the front of the turrets, again, to make it look more accurate to an Earth tank mode. And then finally, on the way back again, we still have the feet that stick out. That's kind of unfortunate. I kind of wish I would have found a way to just kind of tuck that away. And we've got a little plate back here. Doesn't really accomplish much. It does cover up the gap a little bit and makes it look a little more clean, I suppose. But quite frankly, my personal opinion, I think we could have done without that plate there. We got the little wheels on the bottom there. You can see Megatron just peekabooing right there. We do have the little wheels right there, so he does roll just fine. And then the turret can also rotate all the way around if you wish. Very, very nice. Absolutely love this guy. For a couple of comparisons, here he is next to the most recent tank Earthrise, no, not Earthrise, Kingdom tank that we've gotten. So you can see him side by side with, the newer tank. Which is Warpath, of course, and yeah, Warpath is going to be considerably smaller, but there you go, that's what these guys look like together. And of course, we're going to check him out with Siege Megatron, so you can see all the differences and similarities. This is the Netflix version. And of course, you can see, again, the front of the tank has been retooled to look a little different, where Siege looked a little more H-tank or more space or Cybertronian looking, right? So the turret is quite different, a little more jumbled up, you know, kind of space vehicle looking, the front of the tank. And then, of course, you got the separated threads where, you know, Siege had 4 threads, more of an H-tank kind of thing. We have a solid tank here. And then, of course, again, in the back, you can see what it looks like without that panel and with the panel. You know, again, probably could have done without that little panel there. You can just set it aside if you don't like it, but it does clean it up a little bit. So there you go. There's those two together. And finally, one more comparison. I love this so much. Let's get them backed up so you can see them. There he is with the original G2 Megatron. Let's get some sound effects going. So you can see the inspiration for this guy. And this guy has such cool deco with his stickers, where he's got stuff like big stick right there, and you know, just all the little caution symbols and all the stickers and whatnot. I hope that Toy Hacks makes a sticker set for this guy with all these little callbacks, so we can you know, deco this guy up and just kind of make him look like this. I also hope we can find some sort of a small machine gun or something that we can add to this guy for a handgun. That would be really, really cool. Megatron's transformation is, again, very familiar, simple and familiar, because we've already seen it 3, 4, 5 times already. So just a few minor changes. We are going to start with the turret and go ahead and pull this straight out. And this is going to come out. This is going to be a little different than we had before. Usually we had the big long sword with this. We don't have that. Now we have more of a spear kind of a thing. And then you can reach down here and pull that out. That's going to be a handle. Set this off to the side. We're going to come to the back here and remove this plate, which is tabbed into the sides of the leg. So we got these 2 tabs, and we got slots on the inside of the leg there and there on each side. You can take this plate in. You can do pretty much whatever you want with it. Instructions wise, they ask you to just plug it into the turret right here, which works for the intended mode, but I am going to do something different with that, which I'll show you when we get there. But there you go. That's the spear, and it actually looks okay. And again, we'll see that when we get back to robot mode. We'll set that off to the side. And the rest of the transformation is going to be pretty much what we already know. We're going to start at the front here and go ahead and untab. Now, these tabs are super scary, the way they snap every time. In fact, let me start back here at the back first. Go ahead and just pop these open. And we're going to untab the front part of the turret to the back part of the turret. Just untab that right there. And then rotate the legs around, just like we did before. Open up the feet. And rotate the waist. And there we go. So again, familiar enough. Now, this this front panel here is tabbed into the turrets, and sorry, not the turrets, the threads. And man, this little tab, I mean, I haven't really had an issue with it. It's not. It doesn't appear to have any kind of a stress mark or anything like that. But it's just so scary the way it really grabs in there, and then the way it snaps out. That sound just scares the crap out of me every time I do it. I don't like it. And then just go ahead and pull this forward. That's going to allow us to separate the top of the turret on that side and bring the arms around. Go ahead and move this guy around, fold these in, and bring everything back to create the backpack. And then there are tabs in the back here that are going to go into these slots on his back right there. To secure his backpack, turn around his arm cannon or fusion cannon, bring out the fist, and just get them all straightened out. And there is G2 Megatron in robot mode. And here in robot mode, Megatron is again approximately 7 inches tall, so a good size for a deluxe. Real quick for comparison, here he is. Sorry, for a Voyager. Good size for a Voyager. Here he is next to a deluxe, another vehicle figure that goes from tank to robot, but deluxe mode. So you can see what the size differences there are going to be. Coming in close, I really want to show you this guy's face. I absolutely love this guy's face. Let's get him focused up. And in fact, let's bring in Siege Earthrise, or Siege Netflix Megatron again. So we've got a new head sculpt, and I absolutely love the difference here, especially because it's supposed to be a difference, right? It's supposed to be a different G1 to G2 Megatron. They're supposed to be different, so I love the fact that we got a new head sculpt on this, and the decoration on it, the paint job on them, and that kind of like that, for lack of a better term, the eyeliner around the orange eyes just really makes his face pop. And then he's got that just hinting that it's gray, but just barely hinting to like a purplish or a lavender or something on the face, much like the original G2 figure. Just makes that head really pop out and looks so good. Inspect these guys just a little bit so you can see once again the little differences, and they are small differences that go a very long way in the mold itself. So we've got the shoulders themselves are molded differently now because we don't have this little spinning piece here. That's to accommodate for the turret. The backpack is different. In fact, let me take these pieces off for just a second. Now, I will say this, I kind of like the way that the Siege backpack cleans up a little more than this one. I think this backpack cleans up a little better, and it looks better from the front. But other than that, that looks really nice. We'll go ahead and give that back to him again. And just kind of finishing off, going all the way around with these two figures. So I don't know why this guy's heels just will not take the weight of them. But there you go. One more time so you can see these guys side by side. They look really cool. As far as articulation goes, one more time, it's the same figure, so the articulation is going to be the same. The head is on a ball joint. We got up and down, side to side. That little panel there seems to be fixed so his head doesn't just fall in there. As you can see, I'm tapping on it, and it won't just sink in there like the first Siege figure did. Arms can go forward and backward, all the way around, in and out, rotation at the elbow. And we got a bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrists. We do have a waist rotation. And the joints on mine are super stiff, but there you go. Waist rotation there. Legs can go forward, backwards, in and out. Rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee, and ankle tilts. There you go. Don't fall in the water. Very cool. Now, let's look at his weapon again. So we've got the fusion cannon. And we've got, and there's a reason why I haven't compared him with G2 Megatron just yet. I'm getting to that. But I want to show off his weapons first. So here is his spear. You can use this handle and hold this as a gun. Like that if you want. It's a thing that you can do. Or what I prefer to do is hold it from the bottom with this peg that's in here, so that he is actually properly holding a spear. Check this out. That looks really good. I like that a lot. And that's pretty much about it for the accessories that this Megatron came with. Now, for something different, let's do this. Let's back up and let's get him compared to G2 Megatron. And this guy is absolutely enormous, and we're going to have to back up. So, yeah. So there they are together. And, of course, other than the fact that they have the same paint scheme, they are obviously very different looking figures, right? So there's something else that we're going to do to this guy to make him look a little more like this. So we'll set this guy off to the side. Man, you can really see how big that guy is when you get him next to this guy. All right, so my friend Patriot Prime gave me a heads up about this piece on eBay. So there's a guy on eBay that you can get this from. I'll put a link down in the description. Here's a little add-on piece that you can get for Megatron. Okay. It's, I don't think it's 3D printed because it doesn't have any lines. I might be wrong. It is 3D printed. Okay, this is a 3D printed piece. It's relatively inexpensive. Okay, very cool, versatile little piece. What we're going to do with this piece is we're going to clip it right here to his shoulder. Okay, and then the way that this is marketed is this allows you to take the fusion cannon and clip it up here to the shoulder. So you have a little more of a G2 look with his cannon hanging off his shoulder. Now, what I've done, what I like to do with this is something a little even more different. So what I do is I'll take his fusion cannon and I just put it on his back. I am not going to use it at all. I'm going to take the spear instead, and I'm going to make use of that handle right there. Now, this has to come up. You can leave this on, but it really just doesn't look good. So this is just, I'm showing you at this point, I'm just showing you personal preference. What I like to do is I like to take this and just put it on his arm. Front or back, doesn't matter. Just kind of give him like a little armor piece there. Okay. So those are your options. I like that. That's what I like right there. And then I want to take this piece and plug it in right there. And now I've got myself a really nice, proper G2 looking Megatron. And as you can see here, the piece also fits in tank mode. In fact, you don't have to take it off for transformation. You can plug it in, leave it, forget it. It does not get in the way of transformation in either mode. So you can go back and forth from tank to robot all day long. That is not going to get in the way. You can just leave it there and use it, which is really, really cool. And in tank mode, it gives you the option. I don't have anything handy here, but let's say you had a weapon with a plug in the back. There's a few. Then you would be able to plug it in there, something like that, which would also be cool. So it's a cool option to have. Absolutely love that about this piece. Here we go. Check this out. This is just so cool. I absolutely love what you can do with this extra piece now and how you can make this guy look even more like this guy. Absolutely love that. Check these guys out together. And here we have one last look at the Earthrise G2 Megatron. I absolutely love this figure. If you are a fan of G1 or G2, this is a must get because it is such a cool throwback. This is probably out of the 4, let me see, let me look up at my shelf. Yeah, I got 4 versions of this mold now. And this has got to be my favorite one right now. I absolutely love this guy. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there. If you want to hit on that, I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.